now we are going to start where we left off, and this is hands-on exercise 3, and we are going to be working with relational database. And we are going to set up. You've got now A01H2. You're going to go to File, Save Database As, and you're going to change it to 3. And my desktop. And this will be your third file for access. So that'll be 3 separate files you need to turn in when you get finished with the hands-on exercises. So now this is page 563, step 1. And once you finish this particular section, you should know how to use the relationship window, filter a query, use filter by form with a comparison operator, and reapply a save filter. Filter a report and remove a filter. So the first thing we're going to work with is relationships. Now in this exercise, you examine the relationships established in the Northwind Traders database to learn more about the overall design of the database. And you'll also see on page 563, if you forget what anything may be called, and as you're learning about the navigation tools and the particular ribbon for access, you can go through the chapter and you need to read. I know how much you love to read. You need to read, so that will help you when you get to the tests that you hate at the end of each chapter. But if you go in and read and make sure you know what the different navigational tools are and know what the tools are in the ribbon, and this is called the ribbon at the top, then that will help you pass the test. So we're going to go in now. Again, page 563, we've already saved the database as. This will be the last section of the hands-on exercises for chapter 1. We're going to click the database tools, and you'll see database tools. For my class that's used to me, get a little tongue-tied sometime when I'm trying to go too fast. And I'm going to click relationships. And this is all the relationships where some of the records and tables are associated with each other. So you said examine the relationships that connect the various tables. For example, the products table is connected to the suppliers, categories, and order detail tables. Now we're on page 564, letter C. And we're going to click Show Table in the Relationship Groups on the Relationship Tools Design tab. You'll see here, and this is Relationships and Show Table. So if there's any other tables or queries, or you can get a list of everything, you can add those by double-clicking or dragging them onto the relationship sheet here. So it says the Show Table dialog box opens, and it tells you that 8 tables are available in the database. If you look in the relationship window, you will see that all 8 tables are in the relation diagram. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All tables. It says click the Queries tab, and you could add all of the queries to the relationship windows. Of course, things might become a little bit cluttered, but you could tell at a glance where the queries get their information. Now we're going to close the Show Table. This was just an example, and I'm going to show you this. There's already one there. But if you wanted to add a table, all you have to do is double click. Now if the table's a mistake, you can hide the table. You've already got one sitting there. You don't need 2. Now we're going to click the All Access Objects on the navigation pane. This is the navigation pane. And you're going to choose All Access Objects, which when it says All Access, this is all your different choices. And you're going to go to Table and Related Views, which that's what I've been using the whole time. It says you now see that each table and all the queries, forms, and reports that are based on each table. So everything that's associated with the customers table is under customers. Same thing, employees, order, so on and so forth. So we're going to close the relationship. Well, before you close the relationships, I want you to be aware. When it says one to many, this would be a one sign, and your infinity sign would be many. So you're set up where your supplier ID matches your category ID, and this is, products ID. So you would be category to category. They're associated. This would be the one, this would be the many. And we're going to go in and talk more later on in the chapters about your primary key, what these keys mean, more about what relationships mean, and what this one to many means. But right now, I want you to be aware that this is a relationship windows. This shows how tables are associated with each other. So I want you to close the relationships. Don't save any changes because I was just moving things around. And we're going to learn how to filter a query. It says you notice a connection between tables and queries. Whenever you make a change in the query, the table is updated as well. So we're going to run a few tests on the Northwind database to confirm your findings. So we're going to collapse the table group, it says, and expand the queries group and locate the order details extended query. So the order details extended query. For me, it would be under orders. Query, it shows the double icon, and we're going to open it. So now we're going to find an occurrence of your last name, and there's my first one, and click on it to select it. The next thing, we're going to use the sort and filter, and you've already learned how to do that. So the sort and filter on the home tab, we're going to go to selection, and we're going to select equals your name. So you see equals your name, and you only see the files or the records, that are associated with your name. This is find an occurrence of your last name, and we did that. When it says to toggle filter, that just means turn it on. So we have our filter toggled, and now we're on page 565, step 3. We're going to use a filter by form with comparison operator and reapply a saved filter. So we're going to use the filter by form to solve more complex questions about the Northwind data. After you retrieve the records, you save the filter by form specifications so you can reapply the filter later. So it says refer to figure 1.27, but of course you can refer to my information that you see on the desktop also. So we're going to click the advanced and the sort and filter. So you see the advanced button. And again, we're going to go to filter by form. In the filter by form, it says because Access will save the last filter you created, the filter by form design sheet opens with the one criteria already filled in, and that's your last name. So you're going to scroll right or tab until the extended price is visible, or you can just simply click an extended price. You're going to do greater than, the greater than sign 2,000. So the extended price field shows the purchase amount for each item ordered. If an item sold for $15 and a customer ordered 10, the extended price will display $150. So we're going to click the toggle filter, and that turns it on. And it's only going to pull the records that are associated with my name that are over $2,000 in the extended price. This is your comparison operator instruction. Greater than 2,000, identified 18 items ordered where the extended price exceeded 2,000. So you'll see at the bottom 18 records. And you'll also see that it's filtered. So now it says your comparison operator. It says, do you want to close this? So we're going to close the order details extended query by clicking the close button. But now it says answer yes when asked, do you want to save the changes? Yes. Now you're going to open the Order Details Extended Query again. It says the filter disengages when you close and reopen the object. However, the filter has been stored with the query. You may reapply the filter at any time by going back to the Toggle Filter, and you're going to toggle and it'll come back. So again, when it says toggle, that's the same as like an on and off button. You toggle on, you toggle off. So all of those are associated. You can either toggle on or again toggle off. Now compare your results to mine, or you can look in your book on page 565 at 1.27, the figure diagram. We are now moving to page 566. You have finished up. You can close, and the query results are saved. It says you wonder if one report can serve several purposes. You discover that a report can be customized using the Filter by Selection filter, also on the reports. So we're going to click the Queries group in the navigation to close it, and then click the Reports group. On mine, I'm going to go to Products by Category Report. So mine, of course, same as before. Go down to Products and Products by Category, and make sure you choose the report. You see Products by Category, but that means it's a query. Products by Category Report. Make sure you open the correct object. A lot of these have the same name. They're just a different type of object. So this is the report, and it's Products by Category. Just open the Products by Category report located in the Reports group on the navigation pane. You may need to scroll down to locate it. The report should open in Print Preview with a gray title background. There it is. Also, the Print Preview displays the report exactly as it will print. This report was formatted to display in 3 columns. And you'll see 1, 2, 3 columns. Examine the confections category products. You see your name, pecan pie. Confections, and you should see your pecan pie. Right-click the Products by Category tab and then select Report View. Right-click, Report View. The Report View displays the information a little differently. It no longer shows 3 columns. If you click the Print command while in Report View, the columns would print even though you do not see them. The Report View permits limited data interaction. For example, filtering. So scroll down in the report until you see the title Category Confections. So when you see Category Confections, and you're going to right click the Products by Category, you get a report view. Now we're going down to Category by Confections. When you get to Category by Confections, right click the word, and you'll see the same type of operators. You are going to choose equals confections, and it'll only pull the category of confections. Now you're going to right click the Products by Category tab and Print Preview. So then select Print Preview. It says if you need to print a report, always view the report in Print Preview prior to printing. Because when you make certain changes, you may have added one of the product names, but it could have been a long product name that went over. So it could have distorted the way it looks. Make sure anytime you change information in a report, you go back and use the Print Preview to see exactly how it's going to print for you. So you are going to close the report. So the next time the report opens in Report View, it will not be filtered. However, since the filter was saved, the filter can be reapplied by clicking Toggle. So you can go back, and that if you save, you can go back to toggle on and off like you could when we did the last information. So now we're going to remove a filter. It says you notice that Access keeps asking you to save your changes when you close the table or query. You say yes each time since you do not want to lose your data. Now you need to remove the filters that you saved. So we're going to click in the Queries group, and it says the navigation pane to expand the list of available reports, then open the Order Details Extended query. So I'm going to go to Order. This would be the queries, Order Details Extended query, and I'm going to open it. It says click the Toggle Filter group. So the Toggle Filter, and there is the filter that we put on it prior. Now we're going to click in the Advanced, and we're going to clear all filters. So now when we go back and we close this, we won't have any options on toggle because we've cleared, and you'll see that it's no longer lit up so you can click on it. So now we're going to close this out, and yes, you want to save your changes. We're going to go into the File, and we're going to Compact and Repair. Once you do that, we go back to File. We're going to Save and Publish. On this one, you don't really need to save and publish and have a backup because this is finished. So on that, it will be saved, and once you submit all files. So we have 3, hands-on 1, hands-on 2, hands-on 3 that you submit in My IT Lab under Access Chapter 1, Week 5. If you have any problems with Access, just make sure you make a note of your questions for when I come back, and we'll go over it more thoroughly. Whoever is working the video, if someone has questions, you're more than welcome to go back and play a certain part. I've broken this down into 3 videos, the hands-on 1, hands-on 2, hands-on 3, and they will be published so you can access them. And again, if there's any problems, you can always email me at Diane, DIANN, Cooper, COOPER, at hgtc.edu. Now this concludes our hands-on exercises for Access Chapter 1. Please contact me if you have any problems or questions about this chapter. I hope you have a good day. Thanks.